I can do this. Chat, all messages are visible. Okay, so we're live, but I don't know if I'm gonna get anyone immediately, so we're vibing. The sweater needs a block because my color work is so much tighter than I thought it was. You can tell I'm stressed. Okay, wearing my Forever Tour underneath here, but oh, these look cute. They look cute. They're so moody. Okay. My question is, I have a question. I have a question. Here's my question. My question is more more or less is more with a colorwork sweater? Um, so I have just split for the sleeves and I could have fit this one on top and then split. Honestly, a lot of people probably would. And that's fine. Back's looking cute. Everybody's looking really cute here. It's a little tighter than I thought it was gonna be. I think it's because this is Malabrigo Arroyo, and it's a little bit thinner than what I normally work with. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a little bit thinner. Okay. All right, it says comments are available. If I see any comments, I should. Oh, there you go. Hi. All right. So, yes, my question is more more? Should I just do green? I'm probably going to do it where I wear my jeans, which is like here. So like my jeans would come up to here and I would stop it here. Now that is not what anyone else has to do. You can do them as long as you want. As always, I include these in the pattern, but I have a thought of like plum radish shapes. So like this kind of like boopity shape with a little boopity of leaves. And I've been kind of going through. So like the next one, so like neutral, neutral, bright, neutral, bright. So these would be like plum fig shapes. And then on here, I was going to do radish shape, about maybe 10 stitches by 10 by 10, so like a inch and a half ish, like here. So my question as I keep getting distracted, my question is good where it is and everything else is green, or do we also want to see these other like forageables, vegetables, harvestables? Definitely harvesting. So the sweater went from like just this fairy ring idea, just these like this color, to me finding a poster of like mushroom types, and then I pulled these. They're not creminis, but they're similar. I have all of the names written down, but off the top of my head, it's escaping me. So I've got these little mini mushrooms in there, and then I have like the classic toadstool sort of idea, and then same idea but browns, with the brown top and the mini brown ones. These look so cute. I was oscillating on doing them at all, and I'm really glad I did because they look so fun. I just, oh man, I cannot wait to get this into the water. So like feel a little like I'm wearing a corset. Like probably should have left my fourth chart above the sleeve split. Will recommend that for others. But this is how we learn, because I was like, yeah, I think I like this. And I do like the split semi-high, so that like I have a lot of arm room to move. Um, I might just go, see if I go up a needle size now, then it's gonna like be tight and then balloon out. but it is just above my chest, so this would be the moment to. Oscillation. And then I have one. I can feel the cords. I've got the cords in my sweater itself. Aha! I did put them back on. So I'm working with an 8 and a 7. Yeah. So I'm knitting off the 8 onto a 7 so that things go kind of smoothly. Um, yeah. I feel like a 5-5 is going to be better for me. You're at 10. That's a 6-0. I don't have a 9 here with me. I don't have a 9 here with me. Overall, obsessed with the color. I've done one ball change. So this is ball 1, this is ball 2. So far, they're talking pretty well. The sleeves are a little too teal with the third ball that I have, and I have a fourth one that I have not wound up yet, and I'm worried that that's the one that is the most different. So my thought is to switch to that one, the most different one, for the ribbing and cuff, so that it kind of like gives it some distinction from that green. And then like trying to find, see, this one might be too close. Trying to find greens that go with, but do not match this. So that may be too close. That's better. And this has a lot of yellow in this green, you can see, and I think that's what talks really well with this. I do believe I am using VAA from Malabrigo. Yeah. So that one is close, but not too close. I have another green ball, but it was like too light. Also, we like this one. Good. Okay. Yeah. I think like I don't mind this next to it, but I think it's too close. I think I'm not going to be able to see the leaves. If I do leaves, I don't think I'll see them at all. This one looks like a better, plus it's thicker, so it'll give me similar yarn weight. This brown is from Gabby Gales. Gabby, once upon a corgi, then changed to Plies and Hellhounds. And this was her Mexican hot chocolate color. And I absolutely love it because I haven't used it in years. Oh, it just like, and it has Stellina in it. So I can't get you much closer, but like it has a little bit of sparkle. So when you're in person, that's kind of fun. I dyed this red one. So it's a one-off skein, but it has like darks and lights in there. Like it kind of variates a little bit. And this one was my Tiwi colorway, my dog T. So that was mine as well. So it's nice to throw some of these um memory skeins in there. Okay, so we like this one. I kind of like the idea of going on and continuing like another round of, but then I don't know. I feel like at that point I just need things that go all the way down the sweater and the sleeves would be blank. The oscillation here. And I don't like I could throw in a lifeline and just rip it out. That's true. But when knitting time is so precious, you don't want to waste it, right? You don't want to waste it. I could draw it out. I could take a picture, draw the rest of the sweater, and then just like have two drawings that I can compare back and forth. It's not the same as like seeing it in yarn, but it could be better than nothing. I love this idea, but I don't want to put these too close together, so I feel like something needs to go in between them. So then I was thinking like a leaf, like a root sort of pattern. There's that do I have a picture of it up here? They're kind of like a bulb and they look a little like people. It's where the mandrakes got inspired through. I don't have them up on my chart. But I see them sometimes at Costco. They have those roots. So I was like, that could be cute. Or like, what else do we harvest? I gotta go check who is it? The Black Forager? She does these amazing videos of, is it poison or a fruit? I always like watching them because my son is definitely someone who will try to eat things off of a bush. So, is it a snack or is it not type of thing? Um, yeah. And then like maybe finish off with this brighter color so that it could balance here. Feel like I need a root or a plant. Ooh, I have a Venus flytrap pattern. That could work, but that might be a little tall. And maybe I would have to S shape it so that it would doop and then go into the next one and then go into the next one. This is all drawing out stuff. See, this is the stuff I don't normally get to talk to you guys about. I just show up with another sweater. But I got very inspired this week by fairy rings. Just so I have the mini sweater for kids. This pattern will be included. This one will be modified to be the right size, but also included. And then of course, the minis, the adults will all be in a bundle. So you'll be able to get everything at once. Um, I know sometimes people are like, well, I don't have kids to knit for. No, but you do get extra charts because some things have to come in a certain repetition for it to work. And so, um, yes, I quite like the brown. I'm very pleased. I worked very hard. All yesterday was this chart. Can you believe that? All yesterday. All yesterday. All the knitting time I had was just this chart. But I stayed up till almost midnight and I got it done. I was very happy with that. I think I have like maybe one or two more rows and then it has to be another thing, which would be about the same amount. Now if I take the measurements on how many rows this is and how many rows this is, then I can guesstimate how many rows I'm going to have until the end of the sweater slash when I want to do the ribbing. And that would give me a good idea of how much I can actually fit. That would not affect what I provide you as the crafter. I will always include all the charts that I approve through and make up. You will get them. Um, it's more mushroom than flower, so I don't think we're going flower. I think we're sticking with this like root vegetable fungi. There's the one, do I have it up here? It's like brown and it has like it looks like a mushroom cloud. Ba-da-ba. That little one, I've been trying to get a cool version of that and I feel like it would look good in some sort of goldenrod pattern. Um, I am just quite attached to this idea of little, like, this is what gave me the idea. Look at it. Doesn't it look like a little root? Like you just pop it right up. Yeah, it's really cute. Okay, so you are going back on the, I don't know if you guys can see. My husband and I built like wire shelves up here last weekend. And so I was able to put all like the extras in rainbow order in here. I'm very excited because I got it out from under here. So the boxes went under here, this went up there. Loving it. I do still have the yarn wall, of course, but that's 90% stuff that's not unskeined yet. And so I do try to work with the stuff that I've already skeined up first. I was also thinking this as like a sweater for my little man with the red toadstools, and I would need like a darker, like obviously this is this yarn. Maybe it's not obvious. This is this yarn. And so obviously they couldn't be the same. I would need a different bottom for that. But I was thinking how cute would that be? Little so like right along the hip bones. Oh, adorable. Okay. Well, that's kind of what I've got to say. I will do another podcast soon. I've got more to like share and talk about, of course. Um, but yeah, I've just been very into like plant babies recently. Attempting. I'm not very good at it, but these aren't dead yet. Are they big enough to put in the ground? Anybody do planting? These are tall, er, these are taller. These are peppers, pepper plants. And I can see some of their little roots in there, so I know they're growing. They're doing their thing. Um, but I feel like they're getting kind of heavy and they're going to need some support system soon. I don't know what that is going to be, but I do think that they need it. So maybe some sort of little like leafy plant, maybe a bulb, maybe like a turnip. That's a cute name. Oh, comments, questions, all down below, as well as during the live. I'm just loving being able to pop on. I know it's a busy weekend, so thank you for hopping in and giving me your thoughts. I have very earthy things. Like I've got the bees going on. I'm in a very botanical mood. So I think I'm gonna go research. I'm gonna go research and try to find some more ideas for plant babies. Um, this is loosening as I'm wearing it, so I think the blocking will just give me that like. Whew, I think I probably did. I'm doing the second size in, and I really think I probably wanted the ease of the third size, but I had already committed because these runes were where I started, and I was going to have 3 rounds of runes, and then I changed my mind because I thought of this. So the runes will also come with it. I'm going to have some like protection runes. These are some of the like dwarven runes. So I'll have lots of ideas for whatever you guys want to play with if you want to incorporate that at all. I wanted it to all feel very fairy earthy, so to speak. And that neckline is quite high, which is probably why I cast on the way I did, thinking that I wanted it that tight. And then the color work really cinches it in, especially when I do 3-color work, because you're just dealing with Float City back here, which they're not bad. I've been catching them, and I think maybe I've just been like, I don't know, pulling a little too hard. Not too, I'm not, I just, they're pretty flat. They're pretty flat, but I just think they will all just with the blocking. But the colors are going really well. Okay, so from our conversation, I am thinking we're going to do color work down the body. Sleeves are going to be green, and perhaps a little cuff element. Oh, a rabbit. That's adorable. A little cuff element could be really cute. Maybe like vines. That could be cute. Little vines, so that you have. That's a thought. I'm These are going to be at least 3/4 sleeves, if not like bracelet length for me. Um, not longer, but bracelet length or 3/4. Not going to do them as shorts. Ooh, we love the idea of vines. Amazing. I'm glad I'm getting some feedback here. But the back of my arms get cold. And so if I'm going to wear a sweater, I need something that's at least going to cover this part of my arm because I get cold here. Um, So, like, if I'm gonna wear a sweater, that's where I want the warmth to be. Um, yeah. All right. Love the idea of vines. I'm also thinking some optional beads could be cool to have like berry flower type of thing. You could do French knots or you could do beads or you could ignore it. Or this is how you end up with so many charts with my patterns because I'm like, or what if just go down a rabbit hole. I can't help it. Um, okay, so yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Just gonna make notes. You and me, we're gonna make notes here. All right, so if we've got our general sweater, and of course, if you're making it longer than I am, then you can fit more on here, right? So far, we've got, I'm just gonna put X's for the runes, and then we've got the mini mushroom, and then we've got the larger mushroom, and then we're going to have my suggestion of also doing the fourth mushroom on this instead of straight onto the chest. But if you like a shorter yoke the way I do, that's fine. And then from there, I'm thinking it's going to go like little like heart leaf shapes like this. And then we're gonna go into some sort of rooty sort of thing, maybe like a leafy sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then we have to consider the the yeah. So the little snapping plant, Venus flytrap. So you're gonna have that. So that might go here, and then the last one on there would be this like radish vibe because I just can't get it out of my head. I will also include things like carrots, strawberries, other like root veg that I can, so that you can decide on that and like see what you want to do. I'm calling it the Forager collection, but I think, I mean, like I've just been playing a lot of Dreamlight Valley recently, and so I think that is where we're gonna go with it, and then we'll have the sleeves kind of come down to their regular, like, let's say they bend like this, and then something like this for the vines would be good. Um, I think that would be really interesting. And then yeah, we'll just like keep designing, and I'll have psychedelic color mushrooms. I've got another pattern that's bigger than this. The mushrooms are like really, really big, and they weren't fitting this like tiny fairy ring vibe, but they're going to be in the chart for either the body or the cowl that I'll be including. Um, there will also be a bonus chart of piranha plants because they're going to just go with all of the plant vibe here. So if anyone's looking for that chart, which if I do say so, it is so stinking cute. That will also be included in the Forager collection as a free download. Um, yep, 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 yep. All right, I think that's where we're going with it. Well, thank you so much for joining me in the design process. This has been really fun. I wonder if bees should be included. Should bees be included? Maybe we save that for another one. We just save bees and flowers for the bugs and butterflies collection. I had it up and then I pulled it back down because I wanted to add more to it. Um, I think bees should probably be in that collection. All right, so that's the idea. Well, my work is cut out for me, and I have to choose a yarn for the Venus flytrap slash feed me Seymour vibes. I think it's gonna be so cool. Okay, now I'm gonna squinge my way out of this. I'm really glad I tried it on so that I can maybe go up to a 9, especially since I'm coming to the fuller part of my bust at this point. So I think just popping up a size will probably be better for me. And then we'll just keep going with that. Yeah, and I think I'm going to include this mushroom for this chart as well. So you could have mushroom, 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 mongoose, mongoose. So yeah, you'll have all the charts. You'll have all the charts. I'll just keep giving you charts. You get a chart and you get a chart. Yep. But I'm loving it. I'm super loving it. So this will be available adult, mini, cowl. Um, I would also say, yeah, cowl. And possibly I'll throw like the base hat pattern in there as well because I think that this chart would look really cute banding, but you would want to make sure that it is enough stitches so you don't end up pulling too much on this or losing the chart completely. And I would probably recommend it up like a folded brim that is sewn together, like the one where you like not a rolled brim, you like double like a double squishy knit where you like fold it up, pick up your stitches and then keep going. Um and then do your chart because that way the folded part would never interfere with the color work that you just did. Because if you're going to put this much work into it, I really feel like it should be seen. Lolly has ordered a mushroom hat, so I will be demonstrating said thing. And he wants red mushrooms with white on blue. So it'll be a little bit different than this, but kind of like a nod to it. And his head's still pretty teeny, so I'll work on that as best I can. But yeah, so here's an update on the Forager collection that I have been working on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am so happy to pop in with you. This was very spur of the moment. Just got out of the shower and was like, I have a question. So yeah. But I'll log off. I'll let you guys get back to your weekend. Thank you so much. And I'll hopefully have more updates on this. Have I finished everything else from the last podcast? Not yet, but this is the ADHD crafter, right? So I am working, I do promise, but I just had to get this stuff out of my head, right? Like it just had to get down. So hopefully we can get one more veggie chart done. Yeah, I really think like the root way is what I'm gonna go with. Loving that. Now I just suddenly had an idea about buttons. Ooh, buttons. Like veggie buttons. Like fruit buttons would be so cute if you decided to steek the center of this. That'd be so cute. Maybe steeking is the next thing that I like feel brave enough to do. For color work has been my new learned skill, and I'm quite proud of myself for trying that many colors because it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy to have that many balls. Um, but the color work has been so worth it, and glad I'm learning something new. It's always fun. But yeah, so that's that. That's that. Gotta keep working. Love you guys. Thanks so much for popping in. I'm gonna share this to the socials, which if you found it on the socials and now you're here, thank you. And yeah, I love popping in with you. I hope you guys have a really good weekend. If it's rainy where you are too, I hope it's nice and cozy inside for you. And if you're getting any sunshine, that's amazing too. We're just a gray day here, but um, that has not stopped us from having a good time. And I will, I think I uploaded last Thursday, so I'll be off this Thursday and recording next Thursday. So that's the hope. And that does give me a bit of time to catch up on said other things. In the meantime, the Starfall project has also been dropped. So if you want to go over to Ravelry and throw it into your queue for a to-do list, feel free. That one is inspired by like shooting stars, falling stars, Um, and all that color work is up there. There's also a chart that goes across for kid sweaters and a cow as well. So, if you want to check that out and just like throw a heart on it, that'd be great. And I'll be showing everything else off on said next podcast. All right. Thank you so much. And reminding you to take it one cup at a time, no matter how large that cup may be. And I will see you soon. Bye.